In Australia, they're building the Titanic 2.0. Here in Hillsborough County, Florida, we're building the Love Canal 2.0, a little place called Sydney Sludge Ponds. Hillsborough County government, our own government, dumped 18 million gallons approximately of used oil into the ground on an old phosphate pit. Well, fast forward about 40, 50 years after they did it, and want to know what they want to do now? They want to build houses on top of this old toxic dump. They ain't ever been out here to check it for radiation, even though right across the street here, this is the levee from Medard Park. You may have seen Medard Park in one of my videos. We're at over 300, still going higher. The playgrounds are right there. It's a 700-acre man-made pit that was a former phosphate mine that is polluted because of the Pleasant Grove landfill in the northwest corner of the park. Now here's the thing, you don't get a warning about the landfill in the northwest corner of the park or the pollution that it is causing in this lake. You also don't get a warning about the radiation on top of the disc golf course, which was old phosphate tailings. I've been out there myself with the Geiger meter. Swift Mud and the Hillsborough County government have not. The same is true with the Love Canal 2.0 at the Sydney Sludge Pond. So how in the world would you get to build a Love Canal 2.0? You need an antagonist, and the antagonist here is named Jacob Kramer. And I know he looks like the antagonist from Grandma's Boy, but Mr. Kramer is very smart. He's part of the Florida Political Phosphate Committee. He's on the Farm Bureau of Hillsborough County, and he knows when lobbying is right or when legal action. And what they're doing right now is messed up. The public turned out for a meeting September 17th, 2024, which was last night, and the county commissioner said, oh, we continued it. There's no public comment over this. They had a lot of people that were going to speak about the pollution on this property, get up and walk out, and that's the goal.
Anyone want to speak to this item? Move.
Public comment at all on anything tonight? I just want it on record if you're allowing us, because many of us...
Ma'am, first of all, you're out of order, so you can't speak.
My first question is, why is procedure changed? Normally we sign in and you call us up. Everybody that left was under the impression that we were not getting a speaking situation. George and all them should be notified because you changed procedure without notifying the public.
I went down to the Board of County Commissioners. I gave them a piece of my mind.
I have a question.
Hold on, Commissioner Kent. We have an additional speaker.
Oh, okay.
Good evening.
How you doing? This afternoon, I had a conversation with Teresa Pepe from the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. She was recently interviewed by the Federal Environmental Protection Agency regarding the Sydney Sludge Ponds. During this interview, Ms. Pepe noted that a representative of the property owner had inquired about changing the land use restrictions. Additionally, she stated that she was unaware of any complaints or inquiries from residents regarding environmental or remedial issues at the site within the past 5 years. Ms. Pepe further explained, and I quote, FDEP is aware of plans to develop an energy industrial park. Development is permitted as long as property owners adhere to current institutional control measures. However, in my conversation with Ms. Pepe today, she informed me that the property owner is actively seeking to remove institutional controls that were put in place to protect the public's interest. It is deeply concerning that Stearns, Weaver, and Miller has failed to disclose any information regarding the removal of these institutional controls at their public town hall meetings. Why are the concerns and the complaints voiced by their residents to this board not being communicated with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection? Why is the board holding private meetings with the property owner without allowing the public to be informed or have their voices heard? Why is the FDEP only aware of the energy industrial park plans and not the residential development that is being proposed? I would also like to highlight that the applicant for the EIP project hosted the District 4 Commissioner's Campaign Kickoff event on his private residence March 26, 2024. Given this political conflict of interest, we respectfully request that the District 4 Commissioner recuse herself from any involvement in decisions related to this property and its development. I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America, and I really hope you put the safety of people above your backdoor deals.
Could you state your name for the record?
Matthew Taylor.
Mr. Rostel.
Thanks. I was just surprised that they had done so many. I believe over 1,000 Superfund sites they've already done. I know that there was a lot of worries about should that be homes or something else. Many of the redeveloped Superfund sites that had previously articulated, it turns out, are senior citizen homes, children's playgrounds. I know that some people are concerned about us introducing any home aspects to things that we might have in our current comprehensive plan. I will say that as I took a deeper dive, there are already housing elements on our Superfund technical sites. I don't think that many people know two things that are already approved that I was pretty surprised. I would just say that if anybody would like to learn more about those Superfund redevelopment program sites, I'm still reading about it. It's a lot of information. The EPA seems to suggest, though, that it's an environmental improvement to our community. So I will move for approval of A7.
And I'm just a little confused because I know people are talking about the energy industrial park. I guess maybe because it was pulled from the agenda.
They did not speak on the item that we're getting ready to vote on. They voted on,
Okay.
they spoke on the item that was continued until October.
So I was a little confused.
I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America, and I'm here to put an end to these backdoor deals. But I need all the help I can get. If you got anything to spare, mattthewelder.com, it would really help me out, and then I can help you out. And remember, this November, you're going to have to look for Matthew Taylor on the ballot because Craig Latimer's office did something dirty to your boy.